So for those of you who have kids that are like school age, I don't know if you do this where you are, but we do this where we are. We have this thing called late start, right? So they go to school an hour later, and that's weird. And, in my opinion, it makes it impossible for both parents to work and have consistent, like, normal schedules and not have to work split shifts. And it's all a very privileged and messed up thing. Anyway, not the point. Point is, today, for our late start, it was actually a late start for me. I didn't get out of bed until 6 o'clock, which actually means that my day is 2 hours behind. And that's not good. So I've got a lot more to. I've got the same amount of things to accomplish, just with less time. And I'm out here filming the film thing with you before I take the kiddos to school, and they're out running around behind me getting their energy out before they have to go to school. That has nothing whatsoever to do with what we're making today. It's just hello, welcome to my late start day. I will tell you what we are doing in just a minute, but before I do, hello again. I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 183 of 365 days of soap, and today we are doing something weird. And that something weird is called, I needed to make 6 more of each of the holiday soaps, just literally 6, and instead of blocking off my regular loaf molds to make them in the design that I had done the original bars in, I decided instead to make them in tray molds and see if I could recreate the design. And I don't know why I did it. And, it was a dumb idea. And some dumb ideas, are interesting, I guess, for you guys, just in case you're thinking about doing the same thing. So that's what I'm showing you today. A dumb idea that ultimately still worked. So, let's go to the video and we can talk about why I just needed to make 6 of each of the holiday soaps in the first place. There. So it's been a while since we've done little teeny tiny baby batches of soap. And I ended up having to do this because for all of the holiday soaps that I made, I ended up 6 short for what I wanted to actually sell this year. Mostly because I had some wholesale accounts that saw them and went, oh yeah, no, totally. We definitely want to roll with these in our lines too. And so I ended up having to make a whole lot more than I anticipated. And then when the wholesale accounts were all, filled and everything was said and done, I realized that I was 6 short on the gift sets that I wanted to sell for these. So I had to make 6 more. Now, obviously, these were all made well before, we started selling them on the website. But as you can see, I'm trying to recreate the design that we did for the ones that we did in a loaf mold. And I'm doing it in a weird way. And you're going to see why it's a weird way throughout this entire thing. Because you see the little thingy things that I have in the tray mold? I don't know. I just wanted to play, you guys. Really? There was no reason for me to do this. Not really. Which you're going to see through this pour. Because, well, you're going to see it in this pour. But anyway, those little white and blue things there, those are index cards that have been cut down to size so I can create the triangle at the bottom of these soaps and then wrapped in, blue tape so they all stay together. But as I'm sure you can already tell, I'm trying to create a triangle and I don't need those at all. I do not need these dividers. And really, I guess this entire video is mostly just about how weird and strange my brain sometimes is. And you get to watch me struggle with an idea that was actually not really well thought out. And it's wildly easier to do this a completely different way. But let's go to the pour and you can watch me struggle. And on to the weird pour that is me. And yeah, I thought that this would be a good idea, right? To just have a little thing there and pour the purple in the corner and the white in the rest. And as you can see, they fall immediately. This was a really not well thought out plan. So I don't exactly know why I'm showing this to you, except I just show you everything. So that's fine too, right? We like that. That's completely cool. So you get to be along for my not well thought out plan, ride. Ultimately, for the soaps that I did not film, which you'll see all of them at the end, I abandoned these little things, these little divider things that I made, and just, poured the colored portion in the corner and the white portion just at the same time and controlled the pour, which you're going to see a piece of in one of these because I still need to get the rest of the soap, whatever. This was a really, really weird thing. Why I decided to do it this way, why I decided to, I don't know, not block off my actual loaf molds and just pour 6 soaps the same way that I poured the rest of them. Why I decided to do the line, I really don't know. Right now I'm going to blame it on exhaustion because I remember this time. So these soaps were all made, oh God, mid-October. These soaps were all made mid-October. I started doing these soaps. I cut my wholesale clients off really early this year. You have to get your orders in early. And so for the month leading up to October 15th, I'd been doing nothing but making soap. I mean, I do that all the time, just making a lot more because it's the holiday season, right? And by this time, when, again, my wholesale accounts had been taken care of and I inventoried my inventory and I realized that I was 6 short for what I wanted to actually have on hand, my brain was completely and totally fried. And that's what I'm going to blame it on. No sleep and big stress. But ultimately, it ended up being a weird, fun experiment. So if you've ever wondered, hey, can I do this? I mean, yeah, you can, but why do you need to? That's not necessary. There's an easier way. And that easier way is called, just control where you put the batter in your tray mold. Because it's a freaking tray mold. It's not like it's complicated. And whatever. It was a weird time. But it just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm showing you this, you guys. I'm not really crying. That was me being dramatic. I am a dramatic person. But it's very interesting watching this and making my brain kind of go back to where I was at this point, and where I was really fried. I mean, I'm kind of fried now because this is the selling, the crazy, crazy selling of all the crazy, crazy things that we've already made. But less fried and frazzled than trying to keep up with, a lot really for the making. So, but as you can see, you just kind of pour I could have just done this. I could have just poured the purple in wherever I wanted it and used the white on the other side to keep it all even and whatever. And it all would have still been fine. And I would have recreated that design just fine for my purposes. Really. But, this works too. Question mark. It was weird that I didn't do the inflection at the end of the sentence. It's a question. This works too? Question mark. Just a declarative. This works too. Question mark period. Yeah. So weird. And you're going to see in the actual, cut, but it's not a cut because it's a tray mold, right? The other 3 that I made after I had abandoned the little dividers that I made, they look wildly better. Like wildly better. This is not a good way to try to recreate that particular design. And again, why I didn't just put blocks into my longer molds and just pour 6-bar batches is a huge unknown. But it's funny. So, I guess you're having fun. Maybe. I wasn't exactly having fun at this moment, though, because I was realizing while I was pouring this how dumb this decision really was. But you know, hey, I'm going to save you from potentially making a dumb decision that you probably wouldn't make anyway because you don't have my brain. But let's go check out all these bars when they're all solidified and saponified and stuff. Okay, and on to the removing from the mold, really, not a cut. And these ones were ones that were done, again, without a divider. And is it swoopier than the triangle pattern thing that we did before for the original bars for the holiday line this year? Yep. The blue to the white, definitely a swoopier look. Does it still look cool? Yeah, it does. Also, I should have froze these because I'm having a hard time getting them out of the mold. They're too soft. It was all a disaster. I guess that's going to be my thumbnail. This was all a disaster. It's fun anyway, though, isn't it? But yeah, no, this is a way to make a small batch, I guess. This is a way to recreate a design, I guess. How many designs can you recreate like this? Reasonably any number of designs. Like, you can get really stupid if you wanted to, like, recreate layered designs, you know, that you would normally do in a loaf mold in a tray. You can. You just have to get like 6 of those little divider things out and make sure they're really well secured. It's a much bigger pain in the butt than just doing a regular loaf mold for a layered soap, but you can do. I don't know why I did this. That worked out just fine. No divider needed. You know, whatever. It's a good time. It's a good time. The holidays are a good time. Are you guys having fun with your soaping or your making or your, you know, life and family and all the things? Because I've actually been having a ton of fun. I've had a lot less stressors or maybe different stressors this year than I have in years past. And so the way that I set everything up this year, it allowed me to legitimately do holiday traditions and things with the kids and whatever because I wanted to and not because I felt obligated to, which is a weird thing to say, but I don't know. I just found myself always being so damn stressed out all of the time growing up while they've been growing up during this time of the year running a soap business, a retail shop. And since I don't have the retail shop anymore and everything went straight online, well, it might not make sense. And it didn't super make sense to me either because it's the same amount of traffic. It's just going through the website 100% instead of the website and the retail shop. So just putting it all into one place, all one funnel, really did make this all wildly easier this year. There was, well, I mean, not having to worry about keeping a store like stocked and bountiful and all, you know, beautiful and ready for peoples all the time does wonders. Not having to hold retail hours, specific retail hours also does wonders. And being able to just look at a big old list of all of the orders I need to try to fill in a day on a website and know that that's the only thing I have to do. There's not going to be someone that's going to come in just randomly like, oh yeah, hey, can I get, 300 of these? It actually did take my stress levels down a lot this year. So again, I was able to do things with the kidlets because I genuinely wanted to. And I love that. Balancing the work-life balance or the work-home balance, well, work-life is kind of complicated when you're running a retail shop. And I got to make my family, I always make them my number one priority, obviously. I think you guys probably know that about me, but, I didn't have to feel guilty about taking time away from the shop to go do the things this year, and it's been great. And those bars are super weird, and it's super cool. And that's day 183, small batches. So there you have it, 6 little teeny tiny bars of soap for no real good reason. And ultimately, once I abandoned the index cards and just poured, you know, it worked out better. But, you know, I guess, can the design be recreated? Yeah. Was it a bigger pain in the ass to do it this way? For sure. But, you know, I just needed 6. And so if you're thinking, can I convert different designs? And you can do. Don't do it the way I did. This was just a day of showing you weird things, I guess. So that's all there is to it. I hope you guys were at least mildly entertained throughout all of this, because it was certainly entertaining for me watching myself make this. Sometimes all I need is to be entertained by my own weirdness. So today was one of those days. If you're interested in seeing, you know, what else we do throughout the vlogmas season, because it is the vlogmas season, which means daily content for those of you that might not be in the know on the YouTubes, like all of your creators, if they're doing more during December, it's because it's vlogmas season. But we already do daily content around here, so it's kind of business as usual, but probably with a winter or Christmas twist or a weird experiment twist. There's a lot of twists for December really in store for you guys. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. For those of you who have hit the subscribe button, hey, thanks, Sudzers. How's your December treating you so far? Hopefully good. I'm out of here for today, but I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.